What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Bird's Eye View. Welcome back. Welcome back. We back in the joint. Yours truly, Will I Am, in the building with Will. We got Mika J. How you doing, Mika?
I'm good. How are you guys? I've missed you.
Yes, yes, yes. We miss you too. We missed everybody. Bump City. What's going on with you?
What's going on, y'all? Good to see y'all again, man. It's been a minute, but we
Yeah,
back.
We
we're
back.
But
back.
we back. We
We
back.
back. We back. We back. We back. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We're rock and roll. There's a lot of things that's going on. Some games that's happening and are gonna happen. And we got some interesting questions tonight. There'll be topics that we'll go ahead and dive in. Please comment, share, like, do all the stuff you need to as we move forward. And so let's go ahead and start out with this one. Right off the dribble. Louisville gets back in the winning column. Louisville 100. Pittsburgh, goodness gracious, 59. I'm surprised they kind of made it to 59. I don't. It
All
is what it
right.
is. But when you suffer these defeats in a row, you had to have a win like this to bounce back, and Louisville definitely needed
Yeah.
this. Louisville held a 53-22 halftime score on them. You knew it was over anyway. I think they jumped that. What was the bump? What was it? 14 nothing, 16 something
14,
crazy.
14 to
Yeah.
nothing, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it was our get back, right? Since Virginia did us the previous game on that one. Yeah. Louisville still was missing some players. Canal Roos didn't play. We know Mr. Mikel Brown Jr. didn't play also. But this game, real quick, I want to go ahead and I'll do the team stats real quick because everybody's pretty much eating. Louisville shot 63%.
Mm.
63%.
Mm.
52 from three pointers. They was 15 for
Wow.
29, 52, 13 for 15, basically on free throws. So that was 87%. 35 rebounds versus Pitt 24. Assists, Louisville had 24 assists to Pitt's 13. Steals, Louisville had six. Pitt had five. Blocks two apiece. Turnovers, Louisville only had eight turnovers. Pitt, you would think they'd had 25. They only had 10.
Right.
Points
Mm.
in the paint, Louisville had 38. Pittsburgh had 24 fouls. We fouled crazy. We only had 16, and that's crazy. I gotta say, we only had 16. We had 16. They had 14. Largest lead, 45 points. Big time. Louisville bounced back against Pitt. Mika, what's your thoughts on Louisville's get right game?
Much needed, and it was on the road. So, you know what I'm saying? They really needed that. I think most of all for Ryan, I mean, what's his name? Isaac. Isaac really needed that game because, he kind of been struggling and just to see, I mean, even though he did show up for, did he show up for the Virginia game?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
showed
he
up.
Okay,
got a good.
yeah.
Yeah.
He had 23 points, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that that was major. And even for Conwell, I know that he has spoke after that Virginia loss saying how he took that personal. Like he hadn't been playing the way he felt that he should be playing and that it's time for him to go out there and be a leader. So I think that that was a great comeback game. Now, I mean, we can't really eyeball this as if we're straight again because Pittsburgh isn't that great, So, but it is a win and it was on the road, so I'm gonna take it.
Bum City, what's your thoughts?
We did what we supposed to do. Pitt's a young team that plays a lot of true freshmen, and that's something you really don't see a whole lot anymore. They was
Hmm.
a young team going against a bunch of veterans, and we came in did what we were supposed to do against a team like that.
Yeah.
They young, and you just don't see it no more. True freshmen starting and even playing that much anymore. And here we're a veteran team, so you went in Pittsburgh and did what you did was supposed to do against a team
Right.
of their caliber this year.
Right.
So
Right.
it was a like Mika said, it was a get back game, and you handle business. But is it really fool's gold? Is my
Right.
question.
Right. Right.
That's what
We'll
I
find out.
said.
We'll find out. We'll definitely find
Right,
out. The whole
right,
thing with me is, you can never have enough of these games, especially when you get beat, right? Ryan Conwell loved at the Virginia game. He's like, "Hey, I'm taking responsibility, stuff like that." Dude, we won't see the real Ryan Conwell until another guy comes back. You're
Right.
playing at
Agree.
you're playing out of
Yeah. He's out
position.
of position.
You're
Yeah.
playing out
Yeah.
of position, and that affects
Yeah.
your game, brother. You're not a point guard.
No.
Yeah.
I've been
You're not
beating
a
the drums.
distributor.
I've been beating the drum for somebody for so long, and every time I watch him now, I see why he doesn't start. Mr. Kobe is not a point guard either. He's a
No.
he is the glue guy. I'll get you a couple of rebounds. I can get you a couple of assists here and there,
Yeah.
but I can't have it all on
Defense
my
right
shoulder.
now.
I can't have it
No.
on
Right.
my
He's
shoulder.
not
I can't
functional with that.
lead, and it's kind of disappointing because you knew that as a coach that you only had one point guard. Again, thought you learned your lesson from last year. So now we have the same thing as far as remember Terrence had to get in there
Yeah.
and be the lead
Yeah.
guard, and your
Yeah.
game suffers. I'm sorry, it does, and
It
it's
does.
definitely doing that. So I'm not even looking at you like that as far as Conwell. I'm glad you got off. You got off in the second
Yeah.
half. You did what you had to do. McLeary started off, fresh, knocking down jumpers. Woolley, is hit and miss, streaky with him. But
Yeah.
I would say this, and Bump, you absolutely right, and Mika too, that you really got to throw this tape out. You don't even look at it. This other team, Pittsburgh, had nothing but freshmen, a little bit sophomores, and their coach won't see them to be sophomores or juniors. He's
Right.
getting fired. He should have already been
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. He had a
I
one good
mean,
year
one
in the
good year
portal.
Right.
in the
Right.
portal, in the
Yeah.
portal,
The
and
first
look
one,
at
Yeah.
yeah, when it
that.
first popped off.
And look at it
Yeah.
now. This is garbage, and you wouldn't expect to see that at the Brooklyn Zoo, going down there taking care of business like that. That's kind of disgusting. But hey, that's Pittsburgh Panthers' problem, not ours.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Right.
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 so happy
Been there,
for it.
done that.
Been there,
Been
done
there,
it
done
for a
that. Yeah.
couple of years. Couple of years.
Right.
And what we
Right.
ain't gonna do is talk about people. We know what that feels like. So you know what I'm
Good luck.
saying?
Right. We
We ain't
do. We
Good
do.
bringing
You're
luck.
on
right,
you.
mate. You're right.
We know what that feels
Right.
like.
Good luck. Good luck in that.
Right.
That's the endeavors for them. It is what it is. All right, let's get into some topics. We're just gonna move on because we're not even gonna talk about who played. You had 5 players in double figures, another 9, 8, 7. So they did their thing. I want to hit some of these topics that we decided we wanted to talk about. Is KP, Coach Kelsey, doing a good job coaching this team? We all know that injuries are part of the game. We know that this is supposed to be one of the teams. That he stocked up. You got plenty of talent on this
Yeah.
team, probably more talent than last year's team, but still, you're going through injuries. People's getting concussions left and right. Uh, there's different things.
Flu,
You can't
back injuries. Yeah.
everything, right? So, but it is what it is. It's your job to be the coach. You get paid for this. So, Bump City, is KP doing a good job coaching this team?
Mhm.
What's your thoughts?
I believe he's doing what he's supposed to do against the teams we're supposed to do it against. I would like to see more adjustments,
Mm-hmm.
in-game adjustments, because it's times where teams that are like that, the Dukes, the Arkansas, the Tennessees, the tough teams that we play, that we don't make the right adjustments. I would like to see him play more zone. I believe when we
Yes.
played, I forgot who it was we lost to, that was kind of killing us. In the late first half, he went to zone, and we kind of got back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good adjustment,
Stanford,
but
right?
it was it. Was who was it? Me?
I think it was
What'd you say, me?
Stanford.
She said Stanford.
I believe I believe
Stanford.
so. And so I would like to see him make better adjustments against teams in game. To you just can't sometimes you just can't play man to man or run the same defense assessment. We know we're used as U of L fans to seeing coaches, Hall of Fame coaches that we had, go to 3 different defenses in one possession to confuse the other
Oh
team.
yeah, yes.
But when you're getting beat off the dribble and taking and you're constantly fouling, and you're short on men, you know what I'm saying? Some of your best defenders you're short on. Go ahead and have the team out and play a zone every so often. Go to a 1-3-1 or a 2-3 so every so often. It's not hard
Yeah.
to coach that. So The question is he doing a good job coaching the team? I believe he's leaving a lot to be desired. I mean, you got to come out of that mid-major mentality and coach on the go. It's not always going to be about your system. Sometimes you got to coach on the fly.
True. True that. True that. True that. Mika J, what you thoughts? What you thinking?
I kind of agree with Bump. I do think, especially in the Virginia game and even in the Stanford game, I didn't feel like he made the adjustments when they needed to be made. um, we were getting killed. I mean, they were big,
Hmm.
and you had us out there on small ball, and at
Hmm.
that point, we weren't really making shots. So that didn't make sense. Your lineup didn't make sense to me.
Right.
Um, so I don't know. I felt like I think you guys kind of talked about this Saturday night how he went with most bigs. Why didn't you do
Hmm.
that against a more caliber team like Virginia? Why didn't you put that system out there
Mhm.
then so we could have seen
Right.
what we really look like against a team that is where they're hot.
Bigger
They're the
physical.
hot hand. They're the hot team that night
Right, right.
because
Yeah.
we can't really say. I mean, I want to say that KP has done a good job. We know that he's a good coach. He showed that last year
Right.
because we
Right.
really wasn't deep like that. And I don't want to say that Chucky was the reason that we won all those games because he KP had to make adjustments in order for Chucky to do what he needed to do, like whatever that was. And I do think that sometimes players have to take themselves accountable also. Like and I'm really happy that Conwell did that. Like he admitted that, hey, I'm not playing the
Yeah.
type of basketball I should be playing right now. I'm not being the leader, and we need a leader right now. And I think that's the one thing, that's the key component that we're missing, other than a point guard, is that we don't have a true leader out there that is going to put the team on his back. And we knew week in and week
Right.
out last year that it was going to be it was going to be
Chucky.
Chucky, Fat, or Hadley, who was gonna go in there and do what needed to be done to get us those wins. And I want to see that Hadley this year. I want to see the Hadley from last
Yeah.
year this year. So really, some of this stuff falls on both. It's not just KP. I mean, it's the players.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. The thing about it is that you do see Hadley the first 2 minutes in the second half. I don't know who's drawn up this plays for him because every second half, if you peep game, that's when they get him in the game, which is crazy.
Hmm.
Yes,
Dude most likely has
yes,
a mismatch. You need to let him take advantage. He can shoot the ball better than most of them. He
yes,
doesn't shoot. It's almost like he goes out there just try to play defense and pass the ball. You got to feature him. But my biggest gripe is this. I mean, yeah, we know he can coach, and like you guys said, adjustments. Why in the hell do you have a offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator if you don't make adjustments? Like
Right. You run the
how can
same.
you even have assistant coaches
yeah,
and calling them this kind of stuff? It kind of mind boggles to me because I understand you have a system that you believe in and love, but this is a Power Five. You should have learned that last year. That okay, if I do
yeah,
have the studs, maybe I can run it, but I also got to have a plan B. You don't see a plan B,
yeah,
and everybody's saying okay, and really, it's a lot to do with being stubborn because you just sold on your soul. This is what got me here. This is
yeah,
what we're gonna do, and you can just see he just like, oh no, I got to keep it going, which is not good at all. You have to look in the mirror
yeah,
as a person and say, okay, how can I help these guys out? These guys came to Louisville for you. I don't want to hear about, hey, we come for look. No, 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 no. It takes winning, 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 winning again to have them
right,
come back solely for the Universal Louisville. So they coming
Right.
for you and they trust you to put them in position to succeed. And that's not happening throughout the whole game. When other
Right.
teams know exactly what you're going to do, it's this conference. Everybody knows everybody's sets,
yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to be,
yeah,
here we go, passing coordinator. What are you doing? What are you doing to make
Right.
different plays that
yeah,
they have not seen? Let's take advantage of certain situations, right? And you don't see
right,
that. And so like you guys said, like Mika pointed out, you got the two bigs, you running the high, low, all that kind of stuff. That's fine and dandy against a 6'4" forward and a 6'8" center.
Yeah,
Let's see it against another 7 footer
Yeah,
and another six
yeah,
ten guy.
yeah,
Let's see that.
yeah,
Let's see what that looks like. Let's see Hadley at the small forward versus the
yeah,
power forward. Let's see all that kind of stuff, right? Let's don't put Woodley out there when the shot clock is running down, knowing that most likely he's not going to get that shot off. It's about
yeah,
right.
putting people in position. We love
yeah.
KP. Everybody big time does, but also like I said, you have to look in the mirror. Period.
Yeah. On a quick
FYI,
side,
PK, not KP. PK,
PK.
guys. It's PK.
right,
Okay. Yeah.
right, 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 right. My bad.
Get
Hey,
yeah.
another
I'll get it together.
right, and on another quick side note to that,
uh-huh.
you got two different teams from last year. We didn't have the horses to get up and down the court like he wants to do this year. And Hadley was
Right.
more of a half a court
Right.
guy. Hadley was more of a half court guy with his back to the basket
Right.
and use his quickness in the half court. Now we're not doing that. We're
Yeah.
more perimeter based to where a guy like him could get lost in the shuffle.
Yes.
True.
Agreed.
True. That's
Yeah.
true. But as a coach, you know what he brings to the table.
You have to adjust. Yeah, exactly. You got to
You
adjust
know
for
what
that.
he
You
brings to
gotta
the table.
adjust.
I don't
You
care how
know
many.
who he
And
You got to
you
is.
know,
adjust.
and you know he knows your system. And you know that they
That
respect him
part.
in that locker room. Come on,
That
man.
part.
Right.
We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Big time. All right, let's get into a bump. You kind of hit it. You was rock and rolling with a little bit.
Hmm.
Is Louisville a better team this year versus last year's team? It's a lot to take in consideration, right?
He
Things are still
does.
going. Things are still popping right now. You still got injury on one latent team, even though you had some on last
Yeah.
year's team. But it's a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Bump, go ahead. Since you was rocking with it, bump, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I believe that the team is overall better, but at the same time, the conference is 100% better than it
Oh
was last year.
yes, yes, tougher.
100%.
It's
Yes,
tougher.
I agree. Yeah.
The conference,
Yeah.
the
Way
conference is gonna
tougher.
make noise this spring. So with that being
Yeah.
said, I believe that this year's team is better overall, but I believe last year's team had more fight in them.
Mm.
I believe there was a
Boom.
closer knit team that had a better
Yeah.
purpose, overall vision of what they was trying to do,
Yeah.
and it helped that the conference was down last year.
Big time.
Now, if
It-
you put exactly
mhm.
if you put last year's team in this year's conference,
You ain't losing only
it'd
two
be a
games.
different story.
You ain't losing only two
Exactly,
games.
exactly, exactly. So it
Yeah.
goes hand in hand. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Both of them are great teams. I love watching both of them. I would like to see this year's team, fully healthy and with the components that we had to start the year off and the bench that we had
Yes.
coming in. Because at one point, I believe we was leading the nation in bench points. I
We
know one game we
was.
hit for like 40 points off the bench.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's
That's
yeah,
true.
so it's like you said, Wood. It's a lot of different things working with that.
Yeah, yeah. Mika, what's your thoughts?
Um, um, I think that this team is more athletic, like we know who they are,
Hmm.
but we've not been able to see them. Like we've not been able to see a full team at any given
Right.
point. And I will say this though, we're not as deep as we thought we were. I
No.
don't think I think that losing Michael has shown us that we're really not as deep as we thought we were. Um,
Right.
the difference between
Numbers
this
don't
team,
always mean
this
deep.
this numbers don't always mean deep. The difference between this year's team and last year's team, and I hate to say it, but it's hard. That team last year, they did not want to lose. Like they wanted to be. They was just dogs. I don't care how you look at
Yeah.
that. They was out there hooping, and let's not forget that they was hooping like they was outside at the playground. They wasn't. They was just
Yeah.
a little bit more physical than these kids right now that we have currently. That would be the difference I see between these two teams.
Right, right,
Right.
right. Well, yeah, you guys both. I agree. but it's kind of let's not. It's, one had Chucky, and the other one has an injured point guard, Mikel Brown, who's a freshman. Chucky, when
Yeah.
your best player is playing the hardest,
Yeah.
it makes a difference.
On both ends of the floor.
Yes, yes,
On
it
both
makes
ends of the
it
floor.
But
makes
game
a
in and game
difference.
out,
It makes a
it
difference when
makes a
you got
Yeah.
total.
dude is not giving up an inch on defense. He's not giving up. You don't have a player that even sniff. Yeah, and I would say this: Haley's not even played in defense like he played last year, and he was on the team
But
last
that's
year.
what I said.
So
That's what
you
I'm
have
telling
a
you. I
you
want to
have
see
a
Hadley from last year.
you have a real true pit bull that led that team. Not saying that Mikael can't be, but when you injure, you're not playing. You don't do anybody any good. And as far as that depth, reason why you don't have depth is not because of them. It's because of PK. You develop depth. You can have a lot of
Yes.
Right.
players, but if you don't play the players meaningful minutes, it just sits there and rots. Hell, Zoo did a damn a move against
He
Pitt,
did.
and we like where that been at. That's because he's been sitting on the bench. Dude is the
Right.
strongest dude on the team, and how come he didn't get
He
out
is
there
the
against
strongest.
Virginia?
Right.
What's the deal?
Right.
We see 7-footers get pushed underneath the rim, out of bounds and stuff like that. You're not pushing him like that. So you really got to look at it like, okay, you got these number games. You get your numbers are way better this year, but if they sitting there rotting, it doesn't make a difference. So I
Doesn't
think
make a
Right.
overall,
difference.
this team has more talent. But like Mika said, that other team, man, they wasn't giving up an inch. They
No.
Mhm.
took it to heart. Road kills. That's what they was doing. They was stopping people. You could not really get comfortable. And I don't
Right.
know. And so maybe instead of Ryan up there, and I'm glad Ryan did it, maybe I need to hear Hatley up there. You was on the team last year. You need to
Right.
take
Yeah.
ownership of this team.
Yeah.
Quit
Yeah.
taking that back seat, bro. It's time for you to take it, dude, because people's gonna follow. Love Ryan. Not saying I don't love Ryan, but dude, you know what it looks like. You know,
Yeah.
you know what it looks like. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Next up, are you still excited for the season, guys? Or has it subsided with all these injuries? Well, these losses that you think, well, maybe we should have, we wanted all the smoke. We got smoked out. What is your thoughts on this, Mika? Are you still excited or has it a little bit?
To be honest, I am still excited. I am looking forward to Michael coming back. I know he tweeted this week that he's practicing. So I am curious to see. It's still a lot of basketball left. It's just like the middle of
Yeah.
January, and we know that there is still a lot of
A lot
basketball
of
to be played.
basketball.
And here's
A
what
lot of
people
basketball.
are not Stanford is no longer a bad loss. Stanford beat North Carolina also. So that's
Mm-hmm.
they're
Yeah.
not a bad loss. So really the bad loss right now was Virginia. Like that was not you should not have allowed them to, not only did we get beat, but they came here and beat us, you know. So I am still excited. I want to see how will they regroup because we know that it's going to take him a minute to get back adjusted to the game. It's because the game is going to be a lot faster than what he
Yeah.
sat
Then when he
off.
left.
What he's been out for over a
Seven
month.
games. Seven
Six
games.
games. 7 games.
7. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the game is going to be very fast for him. So I'm curious to see how he does come back and what's that going to look like for the team. So I am still excited. And when I know we're playing, I'm watching. I'm not one of them people that's like,
Yeah.
oh, I got things to do. No, I'm going to watch. I went out to dinner
Right.
Saturday
Right.
and my phone was right there at the table on the game. So yes, I am still excited.
Bump City.
I am. I'm still excited because I believe we still haven't reached our full potential. When we
Yeah,
hit that, hopefully we're peaking around. You know what I'm saying? Around conference tourney time,
Right.
because
Still
it's gonna,
got
like
time.
Mika
yeah,
said, it's gonna take a while for everybody to feel each other
yeah,
back out again. So it's almost, in essence, we're starting the season anew when Brown does come back.
right.
So
Yep.
we know what he's
Yeah,
capable of. And we know how he can spread the floor and how he can get other guys open and how he can
True.
get his own shot and how when he goes to the hole, you got to respect him because defenses have to collapse on him because he can finish at the rim.
Right.
So I'm still excited to see because we know when we're hitting, we're capable of beating anybody when we're hot like that. And we know we got
Anybody.
more than one guy can light it up on any
Right.
given night. So
Right.
you got to
Right.
be
Yeah.
excited for that. It's just getting the defense in order and
Mm-hmm.
getting everybody on the
Yeah.
same page and playing at the same
Yeah.
same time.
Right. Right.
Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. Big time. I mean, the whole thing is when he comes back, because I think it's been a lot of pressure put on that situation. Also you got a lot of Cardinal fans that are still woe is me because of the past and not knowing what to expect. Having high hopes and
Right.
all of a sudden it's taken out under you. The carpet's pulled. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm still definitely want to see what's going on and really, like Mika said, that he already issued a statement that he's basically, around the corner he's coming back or something like that. Let's say that. The whole thing also is when do you bring him back? How many practices? How many weeks of practice? Because he started practice this
Yeah.
week, so you want to
Right.
make sure that this is not something that's gonna aggravate it. You know what I'm saying? Practice games. You're not
Right.
paying chops liver. So you got to be really
Right.
prepared, and when how long it's going to take to get him acclimated to that. Then, are you
Right.
bringing
How
him
many
off the
minutes you play him?
bench? Are you bringing him off the bench? How
Yeah.
I mean, how long are you going to keep him on the bench? Are you going to throw him in? Are you going to throw him in there and think, okay, I got to do this? Kind of like when
Yeah.
the London Johnson type stuff, which was handled poorly. I
Uh,
get it.
that was a debacle.
I get it. I
Very
understand.
much so.
But you also know what you have on your team. You know the makeup of your team.
Yeah.
And so you definitely still got to handle this with Kerr because what's going to happen is that everybody that's a 5-star that you're recruiting, they're looking to see how you handle this situation. So this is
Agree.
very important thing. And once he gets back rolling fully and he gets the blessing of Kelsey and the blessing of his dad, and he can go full throttle, then you would see a total different team that you've been seeing. It'll be like before, and hopefully it'll be better because these guys had to handle the ball when they wasn't used to handling the
Yes.
Yeah.
ball. Everybody's
Yes.
playing out of position, so bring him back. Everybody get in a natural and see what we
Yeah.
can do. Right?
Yeah.
See what we can do. So yeah, I'm still excited. I think every day is gonna rock and roll, and fingers crossed, fingers crossed. All right, we got a. Oh, here we go. Pretender, a contender. Is Louisville a contender for that title? Are they pretending? I understand. We got to let the cake bake and all this. We just talked about.
Right.
We all think Mikel is coming back, and say hypothetically he's back in the mojo. He's rocking and rolling. Louisville's full strength. He's starting all this kind of stuff. Mikel Brown with this team. Do you think Mika J are they a title contender or pretender?
Fully healthy, I think we are a contender. Like you said, I do think that there are still some adjustments that have to be made, but I do believe fully healthy that we are probably one of the top 5 dangerous teams in the country. I really believe that. I do think that. So yes, a fully healthy Louisville team.
Bum City.
I'm gonna go with contender. I mean, if I'm any team in the nation and it's election Sunday, I wouldn't want to draw Louisville,
Nah, not no healthy
regardless if we're
Louisville.
an eight or
Right.
nine seed. No, not a
No.
healthy Louisville. So, and we, like we said, when we're hitting and we're on, we're capable of beating anybody in the nation. I believe.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And
Nah,
most
nah.
games, oh, you know what I'm saying, are going to be on. It's not like we're going to be playing teams on a home court in tournament. So, you get somebody on a neutral court, you know, without their home crowd,
Yeah.
I believe we're a dangerous team.
Right, right. The funny thing, I agree with you guys. That's not the funny thing. The funny thing is the Louisville keep losing, and they still in the top 25. That's the
I
Right.
know,
that's
right?
the respect of Kelsey, and also knowing that they don't have their best player.
Yeah.
Because we split last week, got beat, got handled kind of nicely against Virginia, blew out
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, and still this still in the top 25. Remarkable. It is what it is. Yeah, like I said, a contender. And really, I wouldn't even care if we get like a six seed or something like that.
No.
Me either.
So we can go ahead and pull one of these dudes that really not a three seed if you win the first game and get one of them and knock them out the box and get rocking and rolling. Wouldn't mind. I don't
Yeah.
care. But yeah, I'm with you guys. I think contender also. Big game, big game, big game. Big game Saturday. You got Virginia Tech coming to town. This game is 3:30. The C Dub. Virginia
Mm.
Tech 14-5. Louisville 13-5. Virginia Tech, Virginia Tech. Well, the thing about it is Virginia Tech is not last year's Virginia Tech. Their losses has been close. They lost at SMU by 1 point. SMU's been knocking people out
SMU's
the
tough.
box at home, and they only lost by one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Right, right. They lost to Cal by one, even though it was at home. They beat. I mean, they lost to Stanford. They beat Cal. They beat Notre Dame. They got a coach that got his teams always play hard. This is you're not going to have Mikel Brown. I don't see that happening Saturday. I'll just say that I don't have the sheet, but I doubt if he plays. He just came back to practice, so let's go ahead and wipe him off on this
right.
one. This is another big game. Bump hit it. Mika also talked about it. This is not last year's ACC, so these
It's
teams
not.
are coming to win no matter what. Mika J,
Yeah.
what do you think about this game? What Louisville's got to do to win?
Well, we know we got to make shots. And what I would like to see happen is when those threes aren't landing, that we're taking the jump shot or we're attacking the rim. Like for whatever reason, uh, and I we knew it. We said you live by the three, you die by the three. I just don't like it. Like I just think that when you
It's
see
too
that the
much.
shots aren't landing, like come on, you got to do something else. Like just be
It's too
more
tough.
aggressive.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. That's personally what
Yeah.
Go to
I
the
want to
hole.
see, a more aggressive team. So I think that if they do come out and do all what I'm wanting them to do on Saturday, it should be an easy win. And it's at home. So the fans are looking to cheer you on. I will say this though about the fans is that like come on, we gotta do better. Like y'all in them games and y'all just be sitting down and we losing. Like sometimes you gotta get your old self up and cheer for them kids.
Oh,
Like
so.
they really need a big, we really, truly, real talk need a louder, bigger student section because what you giving the students is not enough because them older people in there, they don't give them kids
Old
what they
money.
looking
That
for.
old money.
Shit,
Right.
nah. At least
That
wrap
old
it
money
around. At least I understand,
Yes,
basically, at
wrap it
least
for the money
around.
wrap it
floor.
around. Wrap it around. So they can have more than this behind the basket. Just wrap it around a little
Yes,
bit,
Yeah.
let them
yes,
do.
wrap them around.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Right.
absolutely right. Bump. What's your thoughts? What we gotta do?
Man, you got to bring your hard hat and your lunch pail, old school lunch pail to this game. I watched them the other night, Virginia Tech,
Okay.
and they a physical team.
Yep.
They physical.
Oh
I
wow.
watched them against Notre Dame, and they a very physical team, man. They go inside and they grown men down low. So
Hmm.
you got to be physical, and we know that's one of our things that's going to show up on our scouting report. You be
Weakness.
physical with Louisville, yeah. Take them out of the game, take them out of their game with the
Take them out of the
physicalness, and
game.
and you can beat them.
Right.
And so, like Mika
Right.
said, we got to come out hitting. You got to establish the inside as far as a defensive presence on the inside. So
Mm,
I think
Yeah.
with those things, I think we'll come out victorious. But you got to come ready to be physical with this team.
true. True. No, I love it. I love both the points. Yeah, and the crazy thing, Louisville is a good to great free throw shooting team. Why not go to the hole?
Right.
Why
Right.
not? You know what I'm saying? They are shooting the lights out from the free throws. Go to the hole no matter what. And that goes to adjustments that we talked about earlier. That goes to the offensive coordinator. That goes to the coach saying, quit shooting all them. Go to the hole. Yes, I know you
Right.
guys can shoot threes, but go to the hole. We do need to attack the rim without a doubt. And also, like I said, I would love to see they Hadley be a focus, especially this game because they got some small forwards and that our the power forward is about his size too, so he can be able to bang down low. Just let him do what he got to do until we get what we need. Right,
Right.
Khalifa. Reason why you can play Khalifa and Fru because Khalifa shooting threes now. And he's hitting it, so I get it.
And he's hitting them.
He's hitting them. He's hitting them. But on the
Yeah,
defensive
yeah,
end is where it's a problem. That's the
yeah.
problem because he's not gonna guard anything, right? So I love that part of it. But no, attack it. This team, you should win this game if you take care of business. But I think it's just that lack of I ain't gonna say it, having no point guard is always gonna be a concern until we get
Right.
our point guard back. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Mika, give me the score. What you got, Mika?
Oh, well, we just did a Hundon. So I'm gonna say 85,
Mm,
70.
took my number.
85 to what? I'm sorry.
Okay.
70.
Took my
Oh,
number,
okay.
me.
Okay. Bun City,
Sorry.
what you thinking?
You go. I'm gonna go 89 to 74.
Mm, mm. Yeah, that's. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna go 80. I'll go 80 to 67. I'll go 80 to
Okay.
67 on that one. I didn't have this listed, but I will say this real quick before we move on. Also, Louisville has a quick turnaround from Saturday. Big Monday, the first
Mm,
big Monday
yeah, yeah.
in the
Quick
face,
turnaround.
in the face. They have to go to
Yeah.
Cameron Indoor
Yeah,
Stadium and play
Yep.
yeah.
Duke again, probably without a point guard.
Hmm.
Yep.
You know that's coming. You know that's coming right there. They're
All
gonna
that,
say that
all
with
that,
it,
all
right
that.
there with it.
Air balls,
Yeah,
air balls, and everything else.
yeah, yeah.
Louisville may shoot about 63 pointers that game. I'm just saying.
Right.
You
Not
know
hitting
Hey,
them,
this.
but
they
60.
student section brings it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
student section brings it.
Brings it.
Yeah.
But,
I
but
mean,
I'm
they
not
ready.
mad about that.
No.
No, you can't be.
Plus, it's a little gym, too. It's a little gym. Let's not
It
forget it's
is
And
a
still
then,
a little
but
little
you
gym.
know
gym.
what? It's a little gym, but they right on top of you. You would
Yeah.
think they got sixty
They
thousand
right
people in
on
there,
It's
top
like
of
but
a,
the
it's only
top of
like
the
nine or
shit.
ten, I believe.
it's like a high school shit.
Right.
Like it's itty bitty, and they,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and they know what they need. You got to bring it. It's like on campus
Yeah.
arena. So
I like
do what
it.
you got to
Arena.
do.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
It's
That's what
it's
you're supposed to
it's
have.
it's messed up, but hey, you already dug yourself a hole. You should have won at home, and so this one,
Home.
Yeah.
we're gonna see how tough you really are. We're gonna see how tough you really are on this
Yeah.
game. That game, like I said, is a 7 o'clock ESPN, big time. So big Monday, the first big Monday on that one, and it doesn't get any easier because after that, the following Saturday, you got SMU coming in. So we're gonna see.
Yeah.
That's the
Mm.
game I'm thinking he probably plays. I'm thinking he's probably gonna
SMU.
play the
Yeah.
SMU because you still got almost a
Yeah.
week. You got 5 days to practice and do
Yeah.
things like
Yeah.
that. So be it. We're gonna need him because Booby Miller is no joke. I'm just gonna say that he's no joke, and he will embarrass any other guard out there.
Yeah. Is that the little 5'8" guard out there they got
Yeah, yep,
SMU?
yep.
Yeah,
The
he's
one who's
tough.
been there for a
Mm.
minute now, Booby. Yeah, it was at
Yeah,
Wake
yeah.
Forest. Yeah, he gonna murk somebody out there if you don't be careful. All right, shifting gears real quick. Women basketball.
Heck of a
Louisville
win.
ladies,
Heck of a win. Oh
11
me.
in a row, taking care of
Nice
business.
win.
88 to 80 against North Carolina State. It seemed like in the state of North Carolina, we got to go to overtime, but we take care of business no matter what. We had Miss Berry doing tremendous things.
Oh,
You couldn't stop her. 33 points, knocking it out the park.
12,
That
12
bench
rebounds.
is the best bench in the
Yeah.
country.
Man.
Scoring wise, you can't beat them. I love Alaf. She done came around. That's the young lady from Turkey. She did her thing. She's rocking and rolling. And the crazy thing, when you look at this, first of all, you don't know who's going to go off. That's number one. Number two,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this particular game, if you told me that Ziegler was going to have 5 points, Roberts is going to have 4 points, I said, oh, we're going to get blown out. It makes no difference because Burry
Right.
33, Skylar Jones 17, and Raina Scott had 7. This team is woo is special. Bump, what's your thoughts on Louisville taking care of business against North Carolina State?
Hey, like I text y'all during the game, that's Louisville basketball. It was a
Man.
time at the end of the game. I was like, man, they about to lose, but they are gritty. They fight.
They don't
You know
quit.
what I'm saying? And
They
they refuse to
fight.
lose. They do not quit.
They
They do not
refuse.
quit. And so, man, that's good. It's enjoyable to watch them because they exemplify everything that we consider Louisville ball. We
Right.
might not always
Yeah.
get it on the men's side, and sometimes we
No.
may question. We may question Jeff's recruiting as far as bigs
Right,
or whatever,
right,
but one
right.
thing one thing I can say about them is they get progressively better as the year progresses,
Yes,
and
yes.
that's what you want. You want
Yeah,
them peaking
Yeah.
in February, at this time of the year, to where you can start seeing, hey, I see what he's doing now.
right,
He
right.
brought him
Yeah.
along slow, and we's all ticked off about the Kentucky girls loss, but we're a different team from then.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Different team
Yeah,
from South Carolina. South Carolina helped get our confidence together.
tremendously,
Yes.
tremendously. UConn game, the
But I
first game of the
said that.
season was,
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I said that. I
yeah,
said that was a loss that they needed because that showed them they can play with anybody in the country. And Jeff has
anybody in the
them
country.
girls on fire. That was their 11th straight win. They are the truth.
Yes, they are.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What we
The,
what we rank now, number 9 or 8?
we're 8.
9.
We moved up to 8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, we moved up
Eight,
to 8.
okay.
Yeah, the best thing, and I'm so happy that this happened because I've been trying to get this young lady in there, and I know that Coach JP, I guess you must have been hearing, Hardy makes a difference. When you have an athletic big
Yeah,
out
she
there,
does.
and the crazy
Yeah,
thing,
could
y'all
jump
ain't,
out of the gym.
people ain't seen nothing yet. When he gets Grace going, where you can sub
Hmm.
Hardy out and bring in Grace, whose Grace is
Mm.
all around better offensive player than her, and she blocks shots and rebounds. So you're gonna have a two-headed monster at the center position. It makes a difference.
Wow.
Girl is athletic. They was talking about Miss Pierre. She's gonna do whatever. All them points she got, and she balled. She balled. Most of them came against these other
T-ball.
players. She didn't ball against Hardy. Hardy only had
Right,
15 minutes. She's doing against these other, but whenever Hardy was out there, she wasn't getting them looks like
Yeah.
that. It's different. This girl
right.
dunks. This girl actually dunks two-handed in warm-ups.
Yeah,
Wow.
Two-handed. That's why they always throwing oops and everything. I just want to see her get on the fast
yeah,
break, loose ball, let her go ahead and cram it in so
Yeah.
everybody can erupt.
yeah,
But Jeff is Jeff Walls. I
yeah.
said it. I was talking to somebody before, and I'll say it again. Dude's the best coach in the state. They was like, you talking
Oh,
about,
without
Yes.
question.
they talking about basketball? I said, no. In the state of Kentucky, he's the best coach in the state. All sports, period. I'm sorry. There are some good ones, other good ones on Louisville campus. We love
Yeah,
it. We love it. Dude's the best, bar none, because this stuff that was looking like was going on happening early in the season, you would have said, oh my gosh, here we go, 8-8, 9-9,
right.
15-14, missing the tournament, getting knocked out. Dude, he's got these young ladies ready for the 2 seed, looking for a number 1 seed if they go ahead and take care of
Yeah.
business. Different.
Right.
He's different. He's special, man. And yeah,
Special.
without a doubt. So you guys get out there, make sure you watch them, celebrate them. Their next game actually is Boston College Sunday at 2 p.m. Go ahead and take care of that. Then they have to go on the road. They'll do their swing. They got to go to Stanford following that. Right now, as we've been talking to you guys, we're undefeated. 8-0. We're tied with Duke in the conference for
Mm.
the ladies. Hey, just continue to do your thing and loved it big time. Let's see. All right, okay, okay, okay. Let's get this off her. Bump City, you got anything to add? If not, what you leaving the people with?
Hey, go Cards. Come out Saturday. Come out focus. Handle Virginia Tech. Then come back Monday and do what we should have did against Duke the first game. We had them at like what 13 or 14
Right.
at halftime.
Humming.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, but they got a good
Yes.
coach. Did you see that coach's interview when he said to his team at halftime of that Louisville game?
No, go ahead.
He
I was at
said
the
he
game.
said they had us like this last year. You was, okay, yeah, but they played it afterwards. They
Hmm.
played, you know what I'm saying? They showed it afterwards on social media. You can pull it up. He said they had us like this last year. He said let's go out here and handle them. And he used some explicitives. You know what I'm saying?
Of
So
course. Yeah,
we
coaches.
owed him. We owed him. You know, you can't. It's get back time. You got to come back and 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 beat them at their home. So I'm fired up for this weekend and next weekend. So we'll see you guys Tuesday
I'm gonna
with
need
some
you to.
positive vibes.
I'm gonna need you to put on your old basketball uniform that you wore,
It don't fit.
so we can. No, no, the old Louisville card that we used to look kid. So you get. We need a point guard. We need a point guard. I've been saving it point
Hey,
guard.
them days is long gone. Them days is long gone.
Mika J, what you got? You got anything? Lead the people with what you got.
Well, okay. This is a serious note. This is just,
Hmm.
oh God, I just hate this about Louisville fans. Um, I know that everyone has their own opinion on why Michael is not playing, but I do
Right.
think that sometimes we need to just shut up because
Yeah.
you put all this stuff on social media. You can't tell me that is if you're a parent and your kid is being recruited by U of L, why would you want your child to come here when we dog the kids and their parents? Like, I just think sometimes just shut up. Just let things play out. Just keep your mouth quiet. We don't you unless you're the spokesperson for their family, you should not be speaking on things that you really don't know about. You can speculate all you want, but you just be mindful. They're still children. Like he's just 18 years old. He's still a kid.
Yeah.
And a back injury is no joke. Like that's just not nothing to be rushing somebody back for. Like allow this to play out, and if it comes out later, then talk your shit. But for now, I just think let this just stop talking about him and his father. We don't really know the specifics behind this. We're gonna stick with what the coaches is telling us and what this kid himself and his father is telling us is that this kid has a back injury and he is working to get back to the team. So let's just send him positive vibes. Like, quit talking bad about him and quit talking bad about his parents. That's just not cool to me. Um, but that's my rant for this evening. My next thing to tell you is thank you for watching us. Thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing. If you see us out in the streets and you like the show, let us know. If you think it's something more that we can do, tell us that also. If you have a topic you want us to talk about, just send that to the show. We are willing to discuss and throw out anything that you guys offer to us. But thank you. That's what I say. And go cards.
Big time, big. Thank you, Mika, for that. People are people, and you hate to see it. Especially when it's among your own fan base, and I get
Yes,
Yeah.
it. Let's.
When we
It is what it is.
profess to be better,
Yeah, you do the same
profess to be
thing,
better than
right.
and the word is fans. It's
right.
from fanatic, so you have a lot of that.
Fanatic. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this.
Yeah,
Last night I saw something that I didn't think I ever see in my lifetime. Indiana winning the championship.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Hats off to them. Also, the reason why I'm saying that is because if you think that NIL does not mean anything, all you have to do is look at Indiana. They have
That's
the
it.
That's right.
worst record in Power Five, the worst record overall of all time. And they went
Yeah.
from the worst record to being a national championship.
Yeah. 16 and
Period.
0.
2 years.
Yeah, undefeated.
Their coach is far advanced than a lot of coaches out there. He understands what he needed to do with the transfer portal. He got a lot of these team older guys who can take care of business, fundamentally sound. So my thing, the only reason why I'm not bringing up this is because to me, Jeff Brom, you are on the clock. Good night. Love you guys. Peace.